What's up, guys? Zuki here. Finally back with the IGL Grand Finals game, which I know it's been a little while since the last video, so finally getting this out there. But yeah, there's a bit of a long story with this one. We had the game scheduled; it was gonna be casted by Galgan, and then Django ran into some issues with one of the Rocket League updates, and we had to push back the game. Galgan wasn't able to cast it live, but he did cast it after the fact using the replays. So yeah, Django is not on his regular setup, but we were able to play. We played Aleph Null in the grand finals, and yeah, it was a good series. For this episode, I'll keep it special, and we'll basically just have the entire series in all of its glory. So not as much cutting, but again, huge shout out to Galgan for going in and casting after the fact. Was really unfortunate the circumstances, but I'm just grateful that he was able to get a cast out of it and we were able to get a casted match. So yeah, this concludes our winter circuit of the IGL, but Django and I will be competing in the spring circuit coming up soon, so that will be a lot of fun as we try and run it back. And yeah, I guess you'll see how this all ended up. Did we win the whole league, or did we finish second? So here we go.
You've got all the information that you need right there. Criius is taking up the blue side, and Aleph Null taking up the orange side here. Grand final of US East 2v2 Tier 1 Division 1. Let's go ahead and start watching it back, I believe. Just go ahead and hit the playback button already, by the way, before we even start. You can see Perg rocking the Nomad, I believe is what it's called, the new car for season number 6. All right, let's get it underway, shall we? Game 1, kicking off here between Criius Gaming and Aleph Null. Long roads behind both of these teams to make it to the championship, but they are here, and they are playing for it. Perg and Heist, the number 2 seeds, 7-1, and obviously, Big Al hit a dinker here right now. The account for Django to play this game and make sure that the series went on. Obviously, the technical difficulties kept us from watching this live, which was a true tragedy, but at the very least, they were able to play through this series. I'm looking forward to seeing the result of such, as Zuki tested early, takes this one away. So well within the first minute here. Low touch by Django is going to work out real well here, but gets demo. That's a awkward demo to find. Zuki has a lane to shoot, but can't find the bottom corner here, and it's sent out. Another one, follow-up. What a save! Oh, nearly getting that first goal there. Back pass is coming through for Criius, looking for the possession control. Ball was about 2/3 of the way in the back of the net, and somehow, some way, it stays out here, and Aleph Null keep themselves 1-2-1. Passing play, Zuki, huge save on the back foot there. Quality opportunities kicking off. I mean, it's Tier 1-2s at its finest. The grand final, 2 strongest teams in the division, and the 1 and 2 seed at that. These teams did not meet each other during the regular season. In talking with Zuki specifically, Zuki and Django knew that this was going to be their biggest test of the season thus far, and no better place to face that test than the grand final. Zuki now opportunity decides to take the quick shot, and Perg saves it away. That full SSL Nomad is daunting. It's really, really intimidating. Takes the shot off the sidewall here, blocked aside. Clear out, Perg searching for it. Has to play this one against Zuki deep in the corner, and does. Keeping on the touches, going really fast here. Criius not too keen to let this get to their back wall. They haven't necessarily been challenged too hard in that regard, but big shot here, and a save coming out from Django. Nice jump. Zuki on the follow-up. As Perg tries to make it too, but can't find either to fall. Still the middle of the field with Heist trying to hit the pass here, but Django with a good cutoff, and we're already halfway through game number 1. Still no score on the board. Both teams doing very well defensively to hold their own thus far. It's now launched out here. Heist trying to get the back wall, blocked by Zuki. Heads up defense on both sides. But now Aleph Null really starting to push for it. Heist jumps up for this one. Quick ball to the corner here. Little awkward for Django, but a nice flip off the back wall to get it all the way out to the middle of the field. Bumped by Heist, though, and Zuki was a little too far forward. You could hear him as Perg centers this one up, but Heist is not there to shoot. Less than 2 to go. Opportunity here. Big block from Django at the top of the box to send it there. Heist trying to play off the sidewall with this one. Awkward one to get. Zuki will bump off, but Django not quite fast enough to the challenge. Perg is racing behind right on the heels, and Zuki gets a clear out. Heist to collect in the corner. Look for more centers here. Back and forth this possession battle. Perg's going to take it himself. Big block. But Zuki still able to win the challenge a little bit and force a neutral 50 in the middle of the field, but a couple of misses here. Perg has a pretty open lane. Decides to take the fast touch to the backboard. Zuki a little awkward to clear it away, but the patient play pays off. Heist, big challenge here. Trying to stay relevant, but no boost left in the tank. Stay up for this ball. Falls out to Perg. Aleph Null really locking down here on the offensive possession. Criius is forced to back up for resources again. Zuki low on boost. Django gets some, but has to immediately retreat to the back wall. Already under a minute to play. Still no score in this game one. Defensive standoff. Perg, though, trying to break that. The pass down. Too hot to handle for Heist. Sent back, though. Heist has plenty of time. Hits Perg with another one. Top corner just wide. Zuki and Django really being tested here. They collide a little bit for the clear. Heist is a little too far ahead of the ball, but corrals himself underneath it. Tries to go for a flip reset, but ends up throwing it away. 30 seconds to go. Criius looking back the other way. Haven't had too many offensive chances as of late. Could spell disaster. Zuki now to the back wall. Sent here. Heist. Big pop. Perg wants the shot to the crossbar. The save's not there. Obviously, we don't have the replays here, the goal replays, while watching these, but 16 seconds to go. And Aleph Null take the first lead of this grand final. 10 now. Perg, big clear. Tough one to handle here for Criius to convert quickly, and Perg is on that read instantly. 3 to go. Zuki with a big touch. Django first to it. Deflects it to the back wall, but it bounces down right in front of Zuki. Oh my goodness, it's so incredibly close. That was the right idea. That was absolutely the right idea in that situation, but Zuki just unable to get to the ball in time. So close. That is the first game going over towards Aleph Null. Game 2 underway now. Yeah, I agree with you, Roctane. The possession seems to be the crux of this series, and especially towards the latter half of game 1, it was all Aleph Null. They were absolutely denying Criius of any opportunity to break out of their zone. And a lot of that came with, early we saw Criius making a couple of back pass attempts. Perg bullying this one to the near post, but Django comes through. Nearly an early opportunity there for the first goal of game number 2, but you really saw Criius get shut down on those opportunities. This might bounce right in front of the net. Sure enough, top corner, Django has to make another save away. Heist has a pretty awkward angle to finish up on, so Zuki will dispossess here. Action moving really quickly, so it's hard to do a whole lot of analysis on game 1 specifically, and we can surely look back at the series here. Zuki opportunity. Perg closes that window just in time. Looking for the big clear, doesn't find it. Django a little awkward, though. Doesn't quite meet this with the speed he wants to either, and again, Criius forced to play around Aleph Null here. They're not necessarily getting these clean lanes. They're certainly not getting them for free, as Perg goes for a challenge here. Django did well to at least try and make that one somewhat neutral, but now a little too far forward in the middle of the field and going to pay for that one. First goal for Aleph Null, and it's courtesy of Heist. And I really wish we had the goal replays, but unfortunately we're not going to have them for this specific grand final cast as we're watching in the past, but that was a really good awareness from Heist and a cutoff of that passing lane. Django was a little too far forward and Zuki's touch was not strong enough. Redirect nearly there. Zuki reads through it though and gets the save away. Joker, welcome on in as well. Game number 2 of this grand final. Aleph Null up 1-0. And again, a reminder, I know that the scoreboards are best of 5. Heist finds this one 3/4 of the way in the net and saved out. As Criius keep the goal differential at 1 for now, but Perg trying to send a flip reset in that Nomad does not connect. I know the scoreboards are best of 5. This is a best of 7 series. Trying to hit Django in the middle of the field is Zuki, but cannot find it past the scrum of defenders. So now Perg goes back the other way. Gets a lot of that sidewall for free. Not immediately contested. Criius happy to play a little patiently here. And a big clear comes out. Django has time. Only about 40 boost. Takes a fast shot. Gets Heist moving on the goal line. But cannot find the back of the net. Still 1-0 in an incredibly close series thus far. A couple of misses in the corner, though. And Heist is going to take that gift every day of the week. 2-0 here. Man, I really want these replays to analyze exactly what went wrong. But you could tell Zuki and Django, they were both stuck in that front corner. And the 2 misses is all it took for that opportunity to present itself there for Aleph Null. So they're up by 2. With just over 2 minutes to play. Zuki being forced to really stretch for this ball. Perg, a great decision there to pull off, get the back corner boost, and make Zuki exert himself. Big pinch going back the other way. It's exactly like they drew it up in Aleph Null. Up to a 3-0 lead. That, I mean, I have to think that that was intended. Zuki, crossbar, denied by the excellent defense there from Heist. And Aleph Null, at the current moment, can do no wrong, but Criius certainly need to push just a little bit harder to break through the armor here. 4-0, Aleph Null begin to run away with it. Volts, welcome on in. This is shaping up to be a stark contrast to what we saw in game number 1, but I think this is Aleph Null really opening things up. Criius looking for the answer. Zuki gets him started. 1 goal for Criius. And again, apologies that we don't have the goal replays. We are watching replay files of a match that happened last night. Due to technical difficulties, we could not stream it. But we at least get to watch the replays now. Thank you, everybody, for joining up. This is the US East Tier 1 Division 1 Grand Final in 2v2, by the way. 2 best teams, number 1 seed, number 2 seed, going at it here. Just over a minute to play. Heist wants another one, but blocked by the back wall. Perg now, heading up for this one. Blocks Zuki's attempted clear, but Django connects on it. About a minute to go. And another big block from Heist. That's a 2-on-1. Zuki takes it away. But again, Criius continue to stretch and be put out of position here on defense merely to hit the ball. Aleph Null just waiting. They're flying in for these challenges, but that one actually benefits Criius very well. It sets up Zuki in a good position. The flip reset is there. Second one isn't. Django has to be careful. It's a 2-on-1 now. The dribble comes out. Good pick of the early flick, though. Perg trying to send this one back in the Nomad demo coming through. Perg should have a free finish here, and sure enough, is able to corral it. 35 seconds to go. And Aleph Null looking to put this game on ice. What can Criius do here to try and work their way back? Zuki, mid boost, sidewall. That's not a position you want to give the ball to Zuki, but cannot find the shot through. Perg going back here, blocked by Django immediately. Heist a little awkward here, will get immediately challenged. Zuki could be the first one to that ball, and that's exactly how you want to hit that shot. 2-5 with 18 seconds to go. Aleph Null still looking to close this one out. Will they be able to? That's a nice kickoff, though, for Criius. Perg trying to collect in the corner here. But here comes Django. Like a surgeon. Goes through the 2 defenders. 10 seconds to go. And 3-5 your score now. Criius making a little run of it. But they've got to get even luckier. And that's not the kickoff they want in this situation. Perg launches it to a pretty open net. Heist will get the finisher. And that is likely our security goal here in game number 2. Aleph Null looking to take a 2-0 series lead. Ball rolling along the ground there in the closing moments. Zuki sending this one back in nearly a double flip reset towards his own goal as well, just to show a little bit. One for the road, potentially no. Crossbar and down, and that is how game number 2 comes to a conclusion. Aleph Null end up taking a 2-0 series lead here in this grand final. Coming at you here, Aleph Null taking that 2-0 series lead. We're moving real quick here, chat. So we get into game 3 of the series. And the Esper has come out here. Never mind the SSL Nomad. It's the SSL Esper coming into the field here for Perg. Possibly trying to show off a bit here as we get underway in game number 3. Zuki now, back wall, good opportunity for a double crossbar. Zuki has the finisher, and Criius takes a lead 30 seconds in. An extended 1-2-1. Obviously would have been happy if Zuki got the shot clean in off the drop, but a goal is a goal regardless. And Criius ends up with the lead. Going for the boost there, back boost is Zuki and gets demoed in the process, but DJango goes ahead and returns the favor. You know, it might be Flakes, honestly. I've never seen Flakes and Perg in the same room, so it very well could be. Miss from DJango, but Zuki will pick up. That still leaves it open here for Heist to push for. Still rocking out Octane, and Perg finds it. The SSL goal explosion as well, in full effect. And Perg is going to find the first here. 4-0-4. Aleph Null tie things up. Heist now, another launch to the top corner. Zuki clears away, and good power on that one. Does end up in the middle of the field, though, and Perg just so speedy on the challenge. Doing it all himself, really. Heist comes through for the shot. Perg for the finisher towards the post. Tries to get a block on DJango's touch as well. But Perg just has so much dominance here over the zone. Crossbar and down. The finisher is there. And Aleph Null up in the lead. Criius getting out to the lead early on. 30 seconds into game number 3, but losing it less than a minute later. They've got to work it back now. They don't want to go down 3-0. Zuki able to read through that challenge and get it working to the corner. Bumps Heist off as well. DJango not close enough, though, and Criius somewhat retreats back here. Challenge not good enough. Perg now trying to find the middle of the field. Zuki, big block. DJango, unfortunately, a little in the way there, but great touch there from Criius to get things going. Demo as well on to Heist, but now Perg has a pretty open field to look at this ball. Not a whole lot of boost, but takes a quick shot, and DJango turns it aside. DJango blocked over the top by Heist. Zuki takes it aside. Goal line bumps there. Perg just has DJango to beat theoretically here, but playing a little too slow with the ball, so doesn't quite get the beat immediately. Still does get it, though. Oh my goodness. Perg is just a monster at the bottom of the box here. The point is so evident here with Perg, the control that he possesses over this ball at any given point here, and it's an enigma that Criius have not been able to solve thus far. Trying to solve it head first, though, there is Zuki, and, you know, right before game number 3, I talked about, you know, the demo-heavy playstyle and how it hasn't necessarily been implemented in this series. It's coming out here. I mean, I've seen more demos in this game, I feel like, than I've seen in the previous 2 combined, so that alone should tell you something, but Perg has been SSL in 1s every season. Okay, I am absolutely not surprised by that information. I believe it 100%. No justification needed, because that's exactly what I'm seeing here. This isn't to discredit Heist at all, because I go back to the point I made before Game 3, where it seems like Perg and Heist are attached at the hip in this series. They are very in sync with each other. They understand what each other is doing at every moment, and it's something that you need in 2s. You absolutely need that synergy. But Perg specifically, your playstyle so far is just very, very much not necessarily indicative of a, you know, only 1s main. But that mechanical control is something that you see from someone who is so solid at 1s. The early challenge finds its way in. 3-1, 1:19 to go. And Criius sweating bullets at this point. Down by 2 in the series. The prospect of going down 0-3. Unless they can find some equalizing goals here. Big touch. Zuki can't find it there. Top of the box. Golden opportunity for the second. And unable to convert here. 60 seconds to play. Heist in the middle of the field has a lot of open space. DJango connects with that one well. Perg forced on the back foot here. Not a whole lot of boost. And Zuki can't finish it. Need that one back, but again, you know, we talk about Criius getting back in. There's 2 opportunities right there in the span of about 30 seconds that go by the wayside that Zuki's going to want back. A third one as well, the double commit on the pinch to save it away, and it puts it in an awkward enough spot that Zuki can't shoot it. Talk about awkward spots as well. Zuki finding himself demoed too. So Criius, everything going right for them. But the miraculous pinch save there works out beautifully for Aleph Null. And they head into the final 15 seconds with a 2-goal lead. The prospect of a 3-0 series lead on the horizon. 10 to play. Django, big clear needed. It's a bouncer that Perg collects all too easily. Back wall. Zuki gets challenged. Heist turning for this one. Plays patient with it. Lets it hit the ground. And 3-1 is your result in game number 3. Aleph Null head on to match point here going into game number 4 of this series. And my goodness, it's just a big turn here. I feel like we finally saw Criius wake up at the start of game number 3, and Aleph Null just sort of took that punch and rolled with it completely. Like, seemed honestly completely unfazed. And I kind of want to look at the scoreboard as well for this specific one and just see 11 shots. We haven't been looking at the scoreboard for the game, so I need to make sure that we're doing that. But 11 shots on to 6 for Criius, and it really is something to talk about defensively here. Criius, they seem to want to rely on that defensive power in this series. 6 saves as well, but they are being tested on defense, and these saves are not easy ones that they have to make. Game 4 on the way, and again, I apologize. I know we have best of 5 scoreboards. We had to work with the basics here as to not spoil anything. Game 4 on the way. Criius on the blue side. Aleph Null on the orange side. This game is the first of 4 for Aleph Null to become the champions of US East 2v2 Tier 1 Division 1. On the other side, Criius Gaming, a reverse sweep is necessary to take this championship. Let's get into it. Game 4, same stadium, rocking it on Manfield. Perg still rocking the full SSL kitted Esper. I gotta admit, it's kind of growing on me a little bit. I've always been a silent fan of the Esper as one of those odd cars, but I like it. Perg jumps up for this one to the crossbar, forced onto the back wall by Zuki. And the shot is blocked aside. Heist now trying to do some work out of the corner, falls to Perg. Soft touch here, gets past Zuki, able to fake this one around Django and score the goal. 30 seconds in. Unsure whether or not, and again, I'd love to see the replay. I'm unsure whether or not the intention was to hit the ball there, but still, it works out. Django just a little thrown off by the sequence. Zuki goes back quickly. Criius looking for a quick response. It's exactly what they need right now in this game number 4. Django with a miss, though. And it falls to Zuki over in the opposite corner. High touch off the ceiling. Django can't quite corral it. Will get the mid boost, but needs to contest this ball quickly, and Heist takes full advantage of the situation. Now on the sideball, another big touch here to the back wall, and Django, huge clear. Criius doing well here to try and give themselves space in this specific game. Big bump to take Perg out of the equation. Zuki goes back wall. Django wants to turn for it, but has no boost, and Perg gets a nice little psycho touch there off the back wall to clear space. Heist now to the corner. Aleph Null looking for a second if they can find it. High pop. Perg goes for it, but Django finds the challenge here. Unfortunately, he finds himself demoed as well. Zuki jumps for it at the same time that the demo's coming through. And that leaves a wide open finish for Heist here. 2-0, 3:35 left in game number 4. Perg and Heist positioning at the middle of the field. Challenge at that boost. Zuki now sends this one out to Perg on target, and Django was not expecting it to come back that quickly. 3-0. And again, Aleph Null starting to run away with it here in the crucial first match point for the side in orange. Zuki, big clear out. Django pops up for this one. Not a whole lot of boost left in the tank. Speaking of, 0 though in the tank for Perg, still able to find a touch. Demo comes through onto Heist. Django, awkward ball to handle. No more boost left to go up for it. That leaves it on the sidewall for Perg to try and touch down. Big challenge as well as Heist has the shooting lane cut off. Django working very quickly here. Criius, they, again, are being stretched out in this series, but they need to extend themselves here, as these opportunities have narrow windows of being open to them. Perg, air dribble going, has Zuki to defend, gets the demo, but doesn't find the goal. Can't tuck it underneath that crossbar. Heist sends it back though. Perg, top of the box, waiting ever so patiently for it, and Django blocks it aside. Half of the game remaining. Still 3-0, Aleph Null. Django beats one, but Heist finds the challenge. It denies that opportunity. Zuki demoed as well. 2-on-1. Django having to dodge another demo coming in as well, but Perg a little slow on that opportunity as well, and it's cleared aside. Zuki now to the corner, centering pass attempt. Heist, huge block. Perg with the shot. Bottom corner, rings off the post. Unfortunately, Django did not have the read on it. 2:07 and Aleph Null up by 4. Gets further and further away here for Criius. For Aleph Null, they can smell it. It's on the horizon with 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes away from being the grand champions. Zuki now up in the corner, immediately challenged by Perg. Heist backs off of Django's touch here. Django looking for another challenge, but doesn't get to the ball in time. Both Criius players very close. Zuki puts a shot on, and nobody's ready for it. Criius get their first goal of game number 4, 1:45 to go. That's that sort of heads-up play that Criius needs right now. It's so tough to ask them to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks because they don't want to give these open net looks on the other side to Aleph Null. But if that's what it takes, if they have to pull the goaltender and get an extra attacker here, that might be the answer for them. Perg, though, trying to send this one back. Musty's from the ground, but Django able to clear it aside. 80 seconds to play. Time running out. Talk about a musty. Django clears so much space here, but Zuki can't finish it inside the post. Counterattack opportunity. Heist takes the shot to the open bottom corner, and Aleph Null are one step closer. 1:11 to play. 5-1 in game number 4. Zuki pulls off of this one. Heist goes for the mid boost. Django over the top, but can't follow up. No boost in the tank. Zuki's racing for it, though, but Perg cuts in through the corner and is able to block this one away. Perg out to Heist here. Less than 60 seconds to go. It's got to happen now. They both commit for the ball, and they both miss. A crucial misstep there, and Perg takes it. 6-1. 51 seconds to go. And the window nearly shut here for Criius. For Aleph Null, the number 2 seed, coming into the playoffs 5-1. Making their way all the way to the grand final. And now going up against Criius Gaming. Perg can't finish underneath the crossbar. 35 to go. The redirect goes just wide here to block away. But you can see Aleph Null playing with possession here. 30 seconds to go. Opportunity does not find its way to the bottom. And an open finish here. Perg will walk it in for the 7th. And likely more than enough insurance here. Aleph Null, the number 2 seed in US East 2v2 Tier 1 Division 1 with 20 seconds to play in this grand final, have taken it to Criius Gaming and then some. Completed the sweep. Become the champions. Perg and Heist putting in all the work this IGL winter circuit of 2022, and Django will tap one home for the road against Criius. 8-1 with 2 seconds to go, and Aleph Null, my goodness, what a statement to make in the grand final. They are your US East 2v2 Tier 1 Division 1 champions in a 4-game sweep. Aleph Null have gotten it done. Final scoreboard for you in game number 4. 10 shots on target from Perg for a total of 13 from Aleph Null. 1 shot registered on Criius, and the story is told enough for you in the scoreline, but my goodness, I mean, everybody in chat understands exactly how that went, but dominant, absolutely dominant. Aleph Null proving that they deserve that championship spot and the championship title. So hats off to Aleph Null for playing their hearts out in that grand final. But my goodness.
So yeah, there it is, the grand finals video finally out for you guys to see. And you can probably understand why I wasn't as motivated to make this video as soon as it was over. I still always wanted to get it out, but I just wanted to figure out how to best deliver it, especially since all of our other videos have been dominant wins by us, so it's kind of hard to figure out how I was going to present this. But yeah, huge shout out to Aleph Null. They played insanely well. We just couldn't keep up. We definitely were flustered with some of the technical issues we had before. But all in all, we can't use that as an excuse. They were far and above the best team that we had played in IGL, so they deserved the win. We had a good season. We finished second, so no complaints there. And yeah, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Gaugen for casting almost all of our games last season. He's an amazing caster, and next season he will be stepping away from IGL to focus on some bigger casts. So definitely go check out his channels, support him, and hopefully you'll see him on the RLCS broadcast soon. But that will be it for Criius and Django and I. As I said, we will be competing in the 2v2 circuit in the spring IGL circuit, which starts right away here. So stay tuned for that. I don't know if I'll do the same type of series or what, maybe some highlights. I'm not sure yet, but you can follow our action. We will have lots of our games streamed. You can join our Discord or follow us on social media to see how that all goes. And on top of Django and I competing, we will also have our main 3v3 roster competing in IGL, as well as our Academy roster made up of our co-founders and one of their friends playing in Tier 4, I believe. So there'll be lots of action in terms of IGL, and we have a lot of other big events coming up soon. So I'd appreciate it if you check out some of our socials and yeah, stay along for the ride. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy this series, and I hope you have a wonderful day.